her own encounters with police. For instance, this one about the time she'd arrived in Chicago from Amsterdam, who was in the car with a friend, Jeff, who's white. They parked. She exited the car to grab another friend for dinner, just skipping down an alleyway. Here's what she said.
Little did I know, skipping down a police station alley is a big no-no, because I end up skipping towards a cop car that's driving at me down the alley. The sirens go off, a cop gets out and his gun is drawn and he goes, "Put your hands on the hood of the car! Put your hands on the hood!" This man is furious. I comply and his partner pats me down. Now this man is livid. It makes no sense. His anger level towards me is insane. I'm a young, adorable delight, literally skipping down the street, and I infuriated him. So the cop and I see Jeff, and thank God Jeff didn't come running up to us because he could have gotten us both shot. But the cop sees that Jeff, a white man, has seen all of this, and he changes his attitude with the greatness. He's suddenly professional instead of antagonistic. That man could have shot me in a second. People who know me would be running around talking about attacking an officer. Doesn't seem like something Amber would do, but the officer said she did, so that has to be what happened.
Joining me now is Amber Ruffin. Amber, thanks so much for being with us. One of the things you mentioned in your stories is that every black person has stories like this, that your stories aren't the exception in any way. And I completely believe that to be true. I also believe that to be devastating in many ways, not the least of which it just shows how ingrained perceptions or attitudes of race are in humans and in law enforcement. And does one change that? I mean, do you believe it can be changed?
Great question, Anderson Cooper. I mean, I don't know if it can be changed. I like to think that it can, but I like to think that this is the beginning of that happening. But it will take a lot of work. Luckily, it seems like a lot of people are committed to doing the work. So, freaking fingers crossed.
I mean, it's also, I mean, you're a comedian, you're an incredibly talented writer, so the way you tell the story, on the one hand, there's part of me that's smiling at the notion of, you know, adorable you skipping down this alley, and you're telling a well-told story, and then on the other hand, it's just devastating and deeply sad, and this notion that you're just supposed to take it in stride, and other people are just supposed to take it in stride, that's just not right.
Yes, that is true. I feel like it's part taken in stride, yes, but also like once you say to your white friend, "Oh my gosh, you'll never believe what happened to me," then you run the risk of them saying, "Oh, grow up." You know, anyone could have responded any way to you. So it's just has felt safe to not be running around talking about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and
no,
that's kind of sad.
Yeah. Well, also, I mean, in so many of the stories, the reaction of, you know, of a white person you happen to be with is also just so telling, and, you know, they are horrified often and angry and trying to defend you. I want to just play another story, part of another story that you share, because this one, yet again, let's just play it.
My friend rolls down the window, and the cop is super nice. Now, I had never been stopped by a cop while a white man was around. And the respect this cop had for this white man in the suit, he goes, "I stopped you because there's been a lot of prostitution." And I go, "Oh, I'm not a prostitute." This cop has never believed anything less. He looks at our IDs and he asks us more questions, and my white friend is getting annoyed at this cop. And the cop can tell. But I'm like, "Oh my gosh, please just calm down and be cool." My friend says to the cop, he goes, "You have nothing. You have to let us go." And I'm like, "You just got me killed." But the cop goes, "Okay, but you have to leave."
And that was it.
I mean, you're on your way to a party. You're feeling great about yourself. You're in, I think you said it was like a velvet dress or something, your favorite party dress. And the reaction is that you're a prostitute. I mean, and to me, what made it even worse is you were upset that your friend is, speaking back to the police officer saying you have to let us go. And I mean, it's just so messed up.
Isn't that crazy? Because he was right. I was running wrong. And it's so obvious, what you're telling these stories out loud, how conditioned you are to just take it. It's crazy. And, hopefully that's breaking, and hopefully people can start to see, their worth and their rights. But Anderson, that outfit was gorgeous.
I have no doubt about that. I mean, look, I gotta tell you, your outfits in all of these bits that you're doing have been quite, right on point. I mean, you put some thought into it.
I do. Thank you for
I mean, I can wear the same thing every night. No one notices because nobody cares what, this old man is wearing. But I've also heard you say that now is time for everyone to be angry and to be uncomfortable. Can you just talk about that a little bit? Because I've been talking today to a number of protest leaders, and they all talk about that idea of, what, now is the time for you to be uncomfortable, because there's a lot of folks who have had to be uncomfortable every single day for an awfully long time.
Yes, there has been. I mean, okay, so like I was saying a minute ago, when you tell a story like that to someone, they could get mad, or the most common reaction is they feel very uncomfortable, and you can tell, and you kind of heard the story, you don't want to blah, blah, blah. But I think it's time for them to sit with that discomfort, to hear it and let it really affect them. Because it's scary to look at that and know that you're subject to that happening over and over again. And a lot of white people can't even get near that thought. It's too painful. Meanwhile, we're running around looking smack dab in the middle of it.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's get uncomfortable.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, again, the reaction of your friends who are white, who are with you in these various stories, it's so, the reaction of the police officer when he sees your white friend and how, as you said, it changed in a split second.
In a split second. Yeah. It's nuts. Any time you tell a story like this to a black person, they go, yeah, man, what are you gonna do? And that's kind of like the extent of it. But white people, their hearts are broken. They cannot fathom such a thing. Yeah. And they're right. I'm gonna try to get like that.
Yeah. Well, Amber Ruffin, I'm so glad you were on tonight, because I've been watching what you've been doing, and I just think it's really powerful and important. So thank you.
I love you too, Anderson.
I was saying it with my eyes. I like to keep all my feelings deep down inside, because this is what bosses do. Amber, thank you. Actually, stick around to the commercial break if you will. I just want to say something off camera for a second. We'll be right back. Still ahead with all the calls to reform.